What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Jade Raymond. I'm a health and fitness coach. I work 100% for myself, and sometimes, more recently than anything, I've been playing a little bit on YouTube, and I have been asked a ton lately about my weight loss journey. So for those of you that follow me on Instagram, you know that I have had a pretty substantial weight loss journey. I've lost just over 50 pounds. And I get all these questions all the time, like every single day in my inbox, like just all these questions that are asked very repeatedly. So I thought that the best way to answer all of them would be to just make a quick little video and go in depth a little bit more on all these awesome questions, because health and fitness was not always something that was like a very big priority in my life. Now it is, but there have been lots of bumps along the way. There have been lots of learning instances along the way, and it has been a very insightful journey. So hopefully by answering these questions for you, it gives you a little bit better insight as to how my journey has been. So if you are interested in hearing a little bit more about the ups and the downs and things that I did to lose 50 plus pounds, stay tuned. So the very first question is, when did you start your journey? Now, my fitness journey originally started about 5 years ago. And the reason that I started my fitness journey is not because I even realized that I was like very overweight. I didn't like put on a bunch of weight all at once and just know like, well, time to lose the weight. How it happened for me is I was in high school. I was very active. I played sports throughout all of my childhood, and then when I moved away to college, I was just like, what do I do? I didn't have a coach telling me what to do anymore. I didn't have set practice schedules, so I kind of just lost sight of my fit lifestyle. I was embarrassed to go to the gym. I didn't know what to do when I was there, and I was eating very poorly. I was eating on campus food, and so a little bit at a time, I was just putting on this weight, and it wasn't until that first summer home, so an entire year had passed, that I really realized, like, I don't feel myself. My energy was super low. My clothes were obviously not fitting how they should. I refused to put a swimsuit on, and that's kind of when it hit me, like, I don't feel good anymore. And that following year, I went back to school, and I was actually invited on a spring break trip, and that's when I was like, wow, I just like hated my entire summer, and I really want to go on this spring break trip, but I do not want to put a swimsuit on. I realized, like, okay, I have a little bit of time. I can make a lifestyle change. I had like 5 months till the trip, so I committed to the trip because I knew that would hold me accountable, and I made sure that I started incorporating health and fitness into my life. So that was the reason for my start. It was kind of like a mixture of the trip that I was going on with 25 people. I wanted to feel my best, right? But also I just had a lack of energy. I had a lack of drive. I just wasn't myself anymore, and that wasn't the life that I wanted to live for myself. So it was kind of a mixture of those two things that I was just like, okay, Jade, time to get life together and feel your best. And that's really what started the journey for me. The next question is how often I work out. And this kind of changes. Like when I originally started my journey, I was like very, very dedicated. I thought that I had to work out every single day for hours and hours a day because I was so like in that mindset that I needed to lose weight. I needed to be like that perfect body, right? Like I just didn't know the balance yet. So in the beginning, I was working out a lot. Probably 6 to 7 days a week for probably an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours a day. But I was in college, I didn't have a job yet, so I had time to go and do workouts for that long, and it wasn't like a huge like burden on my day. Now that I've found the balance and I know what my body needs and what my body responds well to, I work out anywhere from 5 to 6 days a week. Now, if I have like an extremely busy week, I'll work out like 4 or 5 times. But I just love incorporating health and fitness into my life. I know that I feel so much better, whether it be like getting rid of stress, just making me have energy, just making me feel better. I know that when I do a workout, I am way more likely to stay on track with my nutrition throughout the day. So yeah, in the beginning, I spent a lot of time working out and like really just getting in not a very positive mindset. I was like very like one tunnel, like one road, this is what I need to do, and nobody was gonna like convince me otherwise. I just wanted to work out all the time, and that's not a lifestyle that anyone really should live. And I don't encourage you to work yourself so hard to where it's not fun anymore. You guys see Ellen right here? Ellen, are you gonna say hi? so yeah, back then I was working out way too much. I was pushing myself overboard. I was exhausting myself. Now I have definitely found that balance, and I can actually do workouts that are not torture. Like, I actually enjoy my workouts, and I enjoy that time of my day, and it's something I look forward to every single day. And my workouts are anywhere from 5 days a week to 6 days a week, depending on what my goals are at the time, whether it be shedding a little bit of holiday weight or just working on my agility. My goals are always adjusting, and I think that's very important. Another question I get asked all the time is what motivated me? And I think that that's something that constantly changes as well. So like I said in the beginning, like the biggest motivation was that trip and just wanting to feel good. As my fitness journey progressed, I had a lot of things happen in life. It's life, right? That really just solidified my passion for health and fitness. My grandpa, he got very sick about 4 months into my fitness journey, and that seeing him, like, he was diagnosed with cancer, and seeing him in and out of the hospital, and really just wanting to have complete control of his body and to be able to go on a walk or to be able to go golfing, and just seeing him slowly not be able to do the things he loved, that right there has probably been my absolute biggest motivation. I get asked all the time what this tattoo means, and this is totally off topic, but it is a dash to represent your life. So like on a tombstone, you have 2 dates, right? You have the date you were born and the date that you pass away. But those are just 2 days out of your entire life. What really matters is that dash in between those 2 dates. So when my grandpa passed away, I actually got this tattoo to remind myself to live each day, to live my dash, to really just give it my all every single day. So my grandpa was a huge motivator for me on my journey. He was my biggest hero growing up. He always taught me like to stand up for myself and to be active and to play sports and to do all these things. And so when I saw what was great health his entire life slowly be pulled from him, that was like huge to me, and it really made me think, like, why am I treating my body like garbage? Because I have control of how I feel right now. I might not have control later in life. You never know what could happen, whether you be diagnosed with something or whatever. And so I really had like that gut check, you know. I was just like, wow, I am in control of my health right now, and I am in control of how I treat my body, what I put in my body, how I move my body daily. And so that solidified health and fitness for me. And ever since then, even on those days that I'm not super motivated, I think back, like, I'm gonna do it for those that can't. Because even though I don't feel motivated in this second right here, there are so many people that wish they could work out or wish they could eat a clean diet. So that motivates me like crazy. Now, my fitness routine always changes, right? I'm whether it's like weightlifting or agility or HIIT style training, it's constantly changing. So one of the questions I get asked all the time is how often I go on like fat burning walks, or how often I get outside and just go on a jog or a walk or whatever. And I'm not like the biggest runner. It's not something I enjoy. I try so hard to get into that habit because I know it's great for like your mind and just running and thinking and stuff. Like, I love the idea of it. And then every time I go for a run, I'm like, this is so not me. But I really enjoy going on walks. And I have 2 dogs, obviously, Enzo and Kaya, who are prancing around here. So if you hear things, that's what it is. So I have 2 dogs, and I absolutely love going on walks with them. So I would say 3 to 4 times a week. I try to go every day, but sometimes life gets busy, right? 3 to 4 days a week, I try to go on like a 3-mile walk with the dogs, just to kind of give them something to do. I always put on a really good like podcast or an audiobook, and I just kind of go. and it's so enjoyable. And it's just a great way to get like those extra steps in and to kind of just like get your heartbeat going and blood flowing, and it's such an enjoyable thing. So I don't walk every single day, but it is a great little extra thing to add into a fitness routine if you have time for it. I know a lot of people do walks on their lunch breaks or in the morning before they go to work, or maybe in the evening with their spouse. And I just think that it's a very like relaxing, like therapeutic type thing. So I try to go on walks as often as possible in the summer, way more than in the winter. Obviously, where I live, it gets very cold and very icy. So in the winter, it's like 3 days a week, but in the summer, sometimes it's like 5, 6, 7, and I love that. I try my best to show my workouts on social media, on Instagram. Enzo, are you gonna come say hi? Come here. Well, hello. We were just talking about walks, but not today. You went to work today. Okay, why don't you go lay down? Dogs have no boundaries. So, I get asked all the time how long my workouts are, because I'm constantly sharing, right? I'm always sharing little clips of my workouts, whether it be on Instagram stories or actual videos on Instagram or Facebook or right here on YouTube. I'm always sharing little pieces of my workout and what I enjoy. However, my fitness routine changes based on my goals. If I'm trying to tone, if I'm trying to lose weight, if I'm trying to gain muscle, it's constantly changing. I would say on average, my workouts are anywhere from 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Every once in a while, I'll start a program that's a little bit longer. I am a health and fitness coach, so now I take clients through my fitness challenge with me and help them achieve their goals as well. So if you are interested in kind of hopping on your own fitness journey, I will link the application to my fitness challenge in the description below. But my fitness is always changing, because it's something that we should constantly be adapting to. So currently, as of today, my workouts are about 45 minutes to 60 minutes long. We are prepping for a vacation, so I am working towards toning down, bulking up muscle a little bit, losing a little bit of weight still, but not necessarily a ton, and kind of just finding that like athletic body mindset. But that's just a personal goal. Everyone's goals are so different, and I think that that's a huge thing that we should always keep in mind. Just because you see someone on social media looking a specific way doesn't mean you have to look that way. Like, what are your goals? What do you want to achieve? And what are you gonna enjoy? I think that's the biggest thing to stay on a fitness journey, is you actually have to enjoy it, right? Every time I have clients getting started in my fitness challenge, they're like, I just hate working out. And I'm like, well, what have you done in the past? And typically it's like hours and hours in the gym or constant cardio, and it's things that they don't enjoy. And so that's my job, is to help them find something that they're gonna enjoy, something that they're going to stick to, so it can become part of their lifestyle. And that's why my journey is always changing. Sometimes I want to incorporate weights. Sometimes I don't want any weights. Sometimes I want to work out at home. Sometimes I want to work out at the park or on vacation. I've actually like done my workouts in the airport on the rim of the Grand Canyon. I have done workouts everywhere, and that's what I love about my fitness challenge. My girls, all my clients have access to their workouts literally on their phone. And so for me, someone who enjoys traveling a ton, I always have my phone with me, right? So I just take my workouts with me. Obviously I can't take weights and all the equipment with me, so sometimes like when I am traveling, I do equipment-free workouts. Sometimes when I'm home, we enjoy going to the gym, but not all the time. A lot of my workouts happen from home. It doesn't have to be something that totally takes over your life. I think that it's something that you should be able to incorporate into your life, whether you have 10 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, 60 minutes a day, whatever. Doing something is gonna be better than doing nothing. Do I target specific body parts? I wouldn't say I target specific, wow, I can speak, I promise. I wouldn't say I target specific body parts very often. The program that I've been going through with my clients recently is heavily focused on the booty, the arms, and the abs, because we want to feel good, we want to look good in bathing suits this summer, and summer is very quickly approaching. So right now I am focusing a little bit more on arms, abs, and my booty, but I enjoy like workouts that are very well rounded, because I think that's very important. I never want my body to be disproportionate, but as a female, I enjoy having a sculpted stomach. I enjoy having toned arms, and I enjoy having thin sculpted legs. So those are kind of the areas that I would say, I guess, I focus on. But I enjoy yoga. I enjoy some cardio. I enjoy weightlifting. I really do enjoy weightlifting. And so I try to just incorporate everything in a well-rounded way. The absolute biggest question I get asked is what program I follow. Now, as I shared, I am a health and fitness coach. I help hundreds of women every single year on their health and fitness journey, getting started with it, continuing with it, and really just fine-tuning it. So I do the exact same programs that I have all my clients doing. Now, different people have different goals, they have different abilities, they have different starting points, so there are people on different programs, but I do the exact same ones that my clients have access to. As I shared, they have access to it right on their phone. I can show you it. Oh, I'm not signed in. Let me sign in. There we go. It's thinking. So this is the app that my clients have access to. Now they have access to it on their computer, their phone, their tablet. They have access to it on almost any device, and they just can do their workouts straight from here, which is really nice. So there are dance workouts, there are cardio workouts, there are in the gym workouts, there are home workouts, and they can kind of just click on it and do their workout from anywhere, which is really, really cool. So those are the workouts that I do. I've been doing them now for almost 3 years. Before that, I was lost. And that's why I was spending hours and hours in the gym, because I didn't know how to properly form a workout to target anything. I didn't know how to like properly form a cardio workout or properly form a leg workout. And so I ended up just spending hours and hours a day in the gym not knowing what to do. So now that I follow these programs with my clients, I am seeing incredible results every single month. They're seeing incredible results, and I'm enjoying my workouts way more, which is the biggest thing, right? You should enjoy it. It should be a part of your life and not a chore. Fitness should never be a chore. It should be something you enjoy. Do I follow a diet? I don't like the word diet. I feel like it just has such a negative, like, I don't know, I just don't like it. So I wouldn't say that I follow a diet. However, I do follow a nutrition plan, the exact same one my clients are on, because it freaking works. And it's not something that's super rigid to where I'm eating like broccoli and chicken and rice every single day, because if that was my life, I would not enjoy it. And it would not be something I stick to. So my biggest thing is finding something that works, but also can be enjoyable. Do I enjoy treats on occasion? Yes. Do I enjoy a glass of wine on occasion? Yes. Do I enjoy healthy recipes? Absolutely. Now, Jacob and I enjoy meal prepping. When we are busy and on the go, it just makes life easy. We don't meal prep every single week, but I find that it really makes life easy, especially when I was a full-time teacher. Like, it was so easy to just grab my food and go. Even though I work from home, I still meal prep because I don't like to take tons of time in the kitchen, and I know that if healthy food is not there, I will find something unhealthy. So I do meal prep. I do follow a nutrition plan. Now, it's not a diet. I can eat every single food group on this nutrition plan, and like I said, it's the same one I have my clients on. I eat carbs, I eat healthy fats, I eat dairy, I eat meat, I eat fruit, I eat vegetables, I eat every single food group, but in proper portions. And that is what I help my clients learn, because it's a hard thing to learn. Knowing how much of each food group to eat is probably the biggest struggle on a health and fitness journey. We all know that we should go and work out. We all know that we should move our bodies, but we don't all know what we should eat to get the results we want. And a huge part of your fitness journey is what you're eating. So Jacob and I both have a specific amount of each food group that we eat each day. Based on that, I formulate our meal plan and we eat according to it. It can be as simple or as elaborate as we choose. Most of the time we eat pretty simple because we're not like huge foodies, I guess. Like, I'm okay with eating very simple meals, but when we want to get crazy and have like chicken stuffed bell peppers, is that crazy? I don't think that's crazy. When we want to have like healthy brownies or a healthy ice cream or a healthy tacos, I don't know. We can still have every single meal, but now it's just being a little bit conscious of like what we're eating and how much we're eating. And based on that, we're able to continue seeing results every single month. I guess you could say we follow a diet, but I like to call it more of a nutrition plan because it's not super strict, it's not super rigid, but it is super doable, absolutely. We can travel and stay on track, but we also can enjoy the treats and the drinks and the fun and everything that life has to offer, because that's what fitness is to me. It's about incorporating it into my life, living a healthy lifestyle, and always just being my best self. In addition to that last question as to if I follow a diet, the second most common question I get asked is how often I eat throughout the day. And it kind of changes a little bit based on if I'm like busy and on the go. Like if I'm traveling, it's a little bit challenging to eat small meals throughout the day, right? So I might have 3 or 4 a little bit bigger meals. On like the perfect day where I'm just at home and I can like follow my plan and eat the healthy foods, I eat about 5 times a day. I eat breakfast. My breakfast typically includes something like eggs, spinach, and toast with a little bit of coconut oil. And then I will have my pre-workout. I will have my post-workout. I don't know if you call those meals, but they could be, I guess. My pre-workout is literally my supplement. I can link it below. I have a post-workout that I can link below as well so that you can kind of see what I use. So I'll just give you a run through of my day. In the morning I have eggs, spinach, toast, and coconut oil. I drink my pre-workout, I do my workout. After my workout, I will have my post-workout shake. I have it in chocolate and orange, and normally I'll add a banana into either one of them. So the orange one will be kind of like an orange Julius, and the chocolate one's basically like dessert, which is awesome. Then I will have lunch. My lunch is typically like a protein, a carb, and a vegetable. So that could be like a sweet potato and spinach or broccoli or cauliflower or whatever vegetable you want, and a meat. So I love, like one of my favorite lunches is half of a sweet potato with grilled chicken on top that I will put like Frank's Red Hot hot sauce. That is a mouthful. Frank's Red Hot sauce on, so it's like a buffalo spicy chicken on top of my sweet potato with a side of spinach. Like super simple, but it's like a buffalo chicken, sweet potato, and I just kind of eat it all together. It's amazing. So that's like an idea for what I would have for lunch. In the afternoon, I actually have 2 snacks. So normally I have lunch right at noon or a little before, and then I have 2 snacks in the afternoon. My snacks, the very first one is normally just like carrots and hummus. Super simple. Like I said, I don't get crazy with my diet. Like it's very simple. And then right before dinner, I'll have another snack, and it will typically be my superfood shake, something my clients have access to as well. It'll be a powdered superfood that I add in and I make a smoothie. So it'll be the powder. Sometimes I'll do like a strawberry, sometimes I'll do chocolate, sometimes I'll do cafe latte if I'm wanting like a coffee flavor, and then I'll add fruit and almond milk. So it's pretty simple. But it tastes like dessert, which who doesn't want more dessert in their life? My absolute favorite is probably just frozen strawberries, my strawberry superfood powder, and almond milk. So it's like very strawberry-y. Strawberry-y, is that a word? No, that's definitely not a word. Very strawberry flavored. And it's amazing, and I love it. And then for dinner, we keep dinners pretty simple. We'll do like quinoa or sweet potatoes or rice, or maybe we'll have tacos. So we do some sort of a carb, we do some sort of a vegetable, and we do some sort of a protein. So a lot of times it is tacos because we're obsessed with Mexican food, like obsessed. Thank goodness we're going to Mexico soon. So I love that we can have tacos because we could do like 2 corn tortillas with lettuce and ground turkey meat and hot sauce. Boom. That's my meals. That's what I could eat in a day. Like, we're never starving ourselves. We're eating a well-rounded diet, and we're eating to fuel our bodies, because what you eat is going to fuel your body. So that's typically what a day, like an ideal day of eating, would be like for me. In addition to that question, the next one is, what supplements do I use? And I kind of shared that in what I eat in a day. So I drink a pre-workout every single day. I drink a post-workout every single day, which is a protein powder. And then I use a superfood, and that goes in my smoothies. And the reason I do that is so that I don't have to take all those pills and vitamins every single day. I drink a shake. It has everything I need. It has helped my hair grow. It has helped me lose the weight. It has helped me stay regular. It has helped my nails grow, finally. And it has helped my skin and my energy and just my overall, like, well-being. It's crazy. Like, I used to get so stressed out. And ever since I started taking superfood powders, like, I don't get stressed out as easy. And it's so nice to live a life that you actually feel like calm and at peace and happy. So that's all that I use, nothing crazy. It's all plant-based, it's all very natural. I can read all the ingredients. They're from specific parts of the world where they're the most clean and natural, which I love because I want to make sure that I'm putting good food into my body and nothing chemical. But that's what I use. I don't do anything crazy. I used to try all these different pre-workouts that used to make me sick to my stomach, and I thought that I hated pre-workout because I was like, well, they make me feel awful. And that's just how it is. And then I started taking this one, which I said I would link below. And I didn't feel sick. I was like, wow, there is such a thing as like a pre-workout that's not gonna make me feel like garbage. So those are the only things I use. I don't take vitamins. I literally just take my pre-workout, my post-workout, and my superfood smoothie shake. And that's it. So I guess in conclusion for this video, I wanted to end with 3 tips, like 3 of my best tips for you. Number 1, drink more water. That's something that so many people don't do. So I would encourage you to drink half your body weight in ounces. So if you weighed 200 pounds, you should drink 100 ounces of water every single day. This is something I can always have struggled with, is drinking enough water. So I just carry water bottles around with me to remind myself every single day to drink enough water. If I am carrying a shaker bottle around, which is typically what I do, I will try and drink 4 of these every single day just to make sure I'm drinking enough water. My second tip is find a program you actually enjoy. I hear all the time people say, fitness is such a chore. I hate having to wake up to work out. Like, fitness sucks. If you are struggling with finding something you enjoy, comment below or email me at jdraymondfitness@gmail.com, and we can get you on a program that you're actually going to enjoy, because that is so important. Find something you enjoy. Whether you're doing it at the gym, at home, whatever, find something you enjoy. Find something you will stick to. And then the last tip, find somebody to do this with. That was the #1 reason I became a health and fitness coach, because I knew that I needed someone on my journey. Now, I had my friend, I had my boyfriend that were there to help me. If I didn't have them, I don't know if I would have stayed on track. So I became a coach so that I could help other people, because I knew that was a huge piece to the puzzle. You have to have fitness, you have to have good nutrition, you have to have a support system. So find a support system, whether that be a friend or a family member or a spouse, or if you need a community, reach out to me. That is what I'm here for. So I hope these tips were helpful. I hope this answered all of your questions. It's crazy to me that I was able to lose 50+ pounds and maintain that for 5 years now. Facebook just reminded me, it was 5 years ago that I started my journey, and my life has changed like crazy. So I hope these videos are insightful. I hope they're answering all your questions. If you ever have any other questions, don't be afraid to comment down below, and be sure to subscribe and hit that little bell so that you can always be notified when I post videos. I mean, if you want to. I'm not gonna force you to, but I would like to make friends here, and I would love for you to engage and get to know me a little bit better, and I'd love for you to share a little bit about yourself as well. So I look forward to chatting with you in our next video, and I will see you soon.